I knew something was wrong about the whole story. There is no way that someone could have paid me to believe that those two boys that went missing on top of that mountain did that to themselves. And if you don't know,
they're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing and they're...
If I can prove to you beyond the shadow of a doubt that the entire medieval ages are all a lie and never existed, would you be okay? This video may be hard for a lot of people.
Iran has released part 2 of their video titled Vengeance for All, where they show all the victims of US imperialism that Iran is fighting for. As you can see, all of the victims of the US are...
London, what you doing?
My paper with my mind.
What you mean you gonna move the paper with your mind?
I'm gonna just move it with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind? You be sounding...
Okay, welcome back to the Foundation. A1 Luck here, you tuned into The Awakening, a channel where each one teach one and the truth shall set you free. Now please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And remember, everything in this video is educational and entertainment purposes only, alright? Do your own research. Now without further ado, let's get woke, people.
I knew something was wrong about the whole story. There is no way that someone could have paid me to believe that those two boys that went missing on top of that mountain did that to themselves. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, twin boys, 19 years old, Quadir and Nazir Lewis, went missing when they was on their way to Boston. And they were found on top of a mountain in Georgia. And police was trying to make people think that it was a murder-suicide. Come on, we're not stupid. So now they're saying that a volunteer firefighter, and I'm calling him a volunteer firefighter because people keep calling him an actual firefighter, and he's not. Scott Curlin, age 42, was arrested for taking pictures at the scene of the crime. You know that's tampering with evidence, right? My question is, what was you doing up there? Why were you taking pictures? For what reason? People always find a way to tell on themselves. And not saying that he had anything to do with it. But why were you there? For what reason? Why were you taking pictures? Did you move anything around? Reality is right now, we know for a fact that those boys didn't go up there by themselves. It's not what the police are saying. We also know that another person met their fate on top of that mountain as well. I'm actually about to jump down this rabbit hole because we need as many people talking about this as possible, because guess what? We don't want to let them sweep this under the rug. We want to find out the truth. I'm out.
The employer who assisted ICE in arresting her own workers has been arrested and faces felony charges. The homeowner had hired 6 Guatemalan workers who had been working nonstop for several days, putting in long hours to finish the project on time with the job nearly complete and expectations that payment was finally coming. But despite the work being almost finished, she still owed them roughly $10,000 in unpaid wages, money they had already earned through days of labor. And then, just before payment was due, she made a decision that shocked everyone involved. Instead of settling the debt, she proactively contacted ICE and coordinated with law enforcement officers on site. What happened next was captured on video and quickly began circulating online. The workers, still on the roof and in the middle of their job, were suddenly ordered to come down with no warning and no explanation. One by one, they were taken into custody, some of them detained immediately before they even had a chance to grab their tools or process what was happening. Witnesses at the scene were visibly upset. The situation has now sparked outrage online, with many accusing the homeowner of exploiting vulnerable workers and then using immigration enforcement to avoid paying what she owed. Prosecutors have now launched an investigation and filed charges, including exploiting immigration status to extort financial gain if proven. This would constitute a felony when immigration status is used as a tool for exploitation. The labor relationship ceases to be one of employment and becomes nothing more than blatant exploitation and betrayal. What are your thoughts on this?
Stop touching me. Stop touching me. No, what you're doing is fucking disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. Stop touching me. Yo, look. Back up. Back up. How many other women you do this to? How many other women you do this to? How many other women? No, you're lucky I have respect. Because any other man would have knocked you out right now. Any other man would have knocked you out. Back up. Can I get a worker, please? Back up. Back up, sir. Back up. Do me a favor. Back up. Hey, you got pictures with my fiance back. Videos.
Alright, y'all, that first clip is crazy. Twin boys missing. And before you know it, they're being found alive on top of a mountain somewhere. That's crazy. Then some dude that's not supposed to even be around the scenes, I guess, tampering with evidence or something, who knows. But then I guess he gets locked up. The Scott Curlin, he gets locked up. But they ain't really come to the end to say like what really happened yet, so we don't know. But prayers to them boys, man. That's messed up. Went out on a little trip, go somewhere, before you know it, you get something alive. I don't know what could have happened up there. What y'all think happened? Let me know in the comment section, y'all. And the second clip, it's not funny, but damn, ain't that crazy how life turn around? You call these people to do a job for you, they did the job. They charge you a certain fee or price, you know, I guess it's a all right price for the job they done, who knows, but instead of paying them, you turn around and call ICE on them. That's messed up, man. But now look, they all, I guess, was able to show they credentials or whatever. I guess nobody got in trouble but her. You end up getting locked up instead. How y'all feel about that? One in the comment section. And for the last clip, man, that guy crazy, man. Guy gets caught taking a picture of another woman's backside in front of him right there. Like, what do you get out of that? Why would you be taking a picture of a woman's ASS? For what? What would you do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Like, it serves no purpose, really. You understand? But that's to show you the world we live in nowadays, man. How y'all feel about that? What would y'all have done if y'all caught him doing that to one of y'all, whoever, companions or whatever? What y'all would have done? Let me know in the comment section.
If I can prove to you beyond the shadow of a doubt that the entire medieval ages are all a lie and never existed, would you be okay? This video may be hard for a lot of people to stomach, but I've been telling you guys, everything that we know is a lie. But y'all know I don't say things without proof. Don't be mad at me, I'm simply providing you with the information. So let's start here, and I'll show you that they have doubled names from the 1st century all the way to the medieval ages and made up a whole time period. Now everyone should be familiar with Revelation 13. It's talking right here about the beast rising out the ocean, which the Geneva 1560 says, here's a depiction of the Roman Empire, which standeth in cruelty and tyranny. Further, it says the 7 heads and the 10 horns, meaning Rome because it's the 5th government, by 7 kings of emperors after Nero. What I want to show you right here is who it places at the scene. Now, this is not about Nero, but just to set the scene. When I talk about the deadly head wound in Revelation 13, it says, this may be understood as Nero, who was the first to move persecution against the church, and then he slew himself with a sword to the head. Of course, backed by history, whether they say it's a throat or a head wound. Now right here we have a massive clue. So the family of Caesars ended in Nero. But then it says that the empire was reestablished then by Vespasian. Okay, so we are totally talking about the 1st century, specifically the year 70 to 80, maybe even 85 AD. This is where it gets crazy. Take a look at who it places at the scene. It's talking about the beast rising out the earth with 2 horns of the lamb, speaks as a dragon. Mainstream calls him the false prophet. Let's see what the footnote says. There's the Pope's kingdom. It leads to perdition. And all these signifying features signify the priesthood of the kingdom. In his arms, 2 keys, and it has 2 swords carried before him. So Boniface the 8th, which first ordained the Jubilee year, whereas the parallel is one day the Pope and the next the Emperor. This is where it takes a wild turn. Pope Boniface VIII. It says he lived in 1300, but we are clearly seeing things that happened in the 1st century, says the writers of the Geneva Bible. Is it possible he never lived in the 1300s? It did not even exist, but he was actually in the 1st century? Yeah. And of course, he was the Pope, in fact, that did ordain the first Jubilee year in 1300. But let's just prove it even further. Now we're in Daniel chapter 7, where he's talking about his visions of the fourth beast and the 10 horns and the kingdom's 10 kings that shall arise. Remember, this is the 1560 Geneva Bible, which I believe is actually just 560 or around 600 AD, because a whole 1,000 years were added. Or should I say, changed. We've seen all the buildings with the 1 added before the 3-digit number. These were the emperors, and they had power to change God's laws and man's laws. Which emperors were they? Tiberius, Caligula, Nero, Domitius. It says 81 to 96, directly after, and the son of Vespasian. Meaning, indeed, Pope Boniface VIII was under Vespasian, who was the son of Domitius. And then, here's the concrete. It says, God by his power shall restore the things that are out of order and dethrone this beast should be destroyed. It even mentions Matthew 24 verse 22. Now before I give you the bonus, I'm actually doing a crazy data dump video for subs and also members on the Red platform. But last year we actually did a video on this on the Red platform. Now the bonus. After Nero was said to have the deadly head wound, it was said that he came back. Nero Redivivus was a legend that he came back at this end of time or end of this period while all this stuff was happening. Does that remind you of anything? He also had structures and statues built of him, and he was also on the money transforming into Apollo the god. And also, let me add that the 1560 Geneva Bible was outlawed by King James. Rabbit hole's deeper than you've been told.
I don't know, let me know how y'all feel about that clip right there, about the medieval ages. Like, do y'all think it existed or never existed? What y'all think? Do y'all think it was just all a hoax for something else? Or do y'all think it's proof there with all the arms and the swords? Or do y'all think it's proof there that it did exist? Or is these things they just put there to make it look like they existed? I don't know, but somebody let me know in the comment section, all right?
After I sued Fox and Disney, you go into the blacklist. Permanent. Until there's a new change of everybody inside of there. So you're no longer on their main list of calling because you've broken the cardinal rule, which is you never talk. You know, even if you're being screwed over, you never talk. You know, you're supposed to keep that quiet and keep working as a good slave. And I didn't do that. I fought about, you know, some injustices that I felt was happening with me. And you realize that the entire system is rigged because they carry so much power. And everybody, either you work for Disney or you want to work for Disney.
This is Palm Beach. A lot's going to be told in the next 2 months. So this is Pete Hink. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.
He hasn't posted since 2024. Mind you, he was very active on his channel up until this point. Now, my question is, where is Palm Beach Pete?
They're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. And that's really what it is. You know, these are actually adults. Jeffrey Epstein created this saga, and this is what he is great at doing. He's great at kidnapping someone, turning them into putting them in a dead celebrity's body and screwing the life out of them after he makes a ton of money off of their ass on his private little beach. So you have a private little beach full of celebrities and bodies getting screwed, and nobody cares because they're supposed to be dead.
Now, Orlando Brown says he was trafficked to the island at just 17. He says his mental breakdown was actually a mask to survive as sick networks of elites. Now, in this video, Orlando warns about a disturbing panda eyes ritual that marks the victims. But the scariest part, he just revealed the specific initiation act that forced him to do.
First clip, shouts out to Terrence Howard, man. But like you said, you go against the dumb elites, that's it, it's over for you. You're getting blackballed. The minute he chose to sue Disney, and it's Disney, of course, so of course you're gonna get blackballed after that. No roles, no more phone calls for no acting, no nothing. But hey, he's standing strong regardless. So shouts out to Terrence Howard, man. How y'all feel about that? Like, and it's messed up when you go against them, you automatically get blacklisted. These people crazy. Yeah, for the second clip, man, oh Lord, more of Palm Beach Pete again. Or should I say, the Steen man. But what y'all think about that, man? Do y'all think like Palm Beach Pete is really missing and that's who took over his life or whatever? Do y'all think it's so? Or do y'all think that this Palm Beach Pete guy is just really a dude that just looked like who he looked like? You understand? But let me know in the comment section, man. And for the third clip, Orlando Brown. Once again, man, they put that dude through a lot of trauma. For the way he acts and the things he says, he been through trauma. And I guess he was one of those over there probably that went and had a bad experience too on that island over there. But like you said, man, they could be in these commercials. These people that's being trafficked through commercials, you never know. Like, to see certain commercials of these people, you never know who they are. They could be people that's under a certain type of control. They have to do that and then make the money for who they got to make the money for. And then, hopefully after a long time of getting pimped out, I guess you get really, who knows? I don't know, but what y'all think about that, man? Because it's crazy, man. The shit's Orlando Brown say, do y'all really believe Orlando Brown? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section.
Okay, so in one of the videos, you were basically explaining about dreams and how we have the power to wake up from the dream and tap into our powers and awaken 100% of our brain through meditation.
Yes.
And so I get it. So is it the more you meditate and you can be fully present in the meditation, then the more you wake up your brain?
Yes, so the more present you are in the meditation, the more percentage of your brain you're using.
Which means the higher the percentage of your brain you're using, the more you can shapeshift. Buddhist monks or different highly spiritually evolved people, how they're able to like change their bodies or not really die. They just kind of ascend.
Ascend how?
They're able to change because their vibrational frequency is so high, right?
What do you mean? Instead of dying, what do?
What did Jesus do?
He got resurrected.
Yeah, and then when he resurrected, then he didn't die. What did he do?
He stayed alive.
He stayed alive, and then where did he go?
To God.
Where is that?
The cosmic ethers?
Are you asking a question, or is that what you're telling us?
I don't know. You go to God.
What's God? Is that the singularity? Where is God?
Basically, God isn't something, God is.
Please explain.
So God is like the fundamentals of the universe, basically. So basically, God would translate to atoms. Like atoms are the building block of the universe. Instead of atoms, it's God.
Is that why when the Bible's talking about Adam, we're talking about the initial building blocks of life?
Yes. Adam.
So God is not like this man in the sky with a beard looking down on us waiting for us to do something wrong. God is essentially every piece of the universe, every building block that makes the entire infinite universes of universes.
Yes.
And so then when we go back to God, like Jesus does, then what does that mean to you?
You just are. So when you die and you go with God, you just are. You are the universe with also God.
So you become one with the one.
Yes.
And if you want to experience yourself in physical form, you can break off from the one, just like a drop of water can break off from the ocean. Have its experience and then
go back to the ocean. So for example, an ocean gets evaporation, it goes into clouds, and then it rains on someplace new. And so it has an experience and it goes into the river and then it goes back to the ocean.
CJ, that's freaking insanity.
Oh man, what is with these kids now? I love it. These kids they blow my mind. They way past my mind level on what I be thinking of sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is the second one. Like, are these star seeds really showing themselves right now? I'm happy for that. But the way, like, I don't know, like, all this astral projection and, like, while you dreaming, you know, because I always wonder too, like, while I dream, I could always wake myself up, tell myself in my dream, wake up. So like he said, if you could wake up right then and there, then it's a certain way he said you could be able to use more percentage of, unlock more percentage of your brain this way. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Let me know if anyone of y'all know about what he's talking about, because this is above my level. Let me know.
All black rappers, successful rappers, multi-platinum, multi-million-dollar earning rappers, they owe reparations to the black community, internal reparations, because of the role they played to reduce the black excellence that our ancestors were so dedicated to. The drinking, the smoking, the sex, the violence, the promotion of conspicuous consumption, a promotion of mass incarceration. I've said it before, Art. Gangster rap is the soundtrack for mass incarceration. Gangster rap is the soundtrack for mass incarceration. It was yesterday, it is today, and it will be tomorrow. And the gangster rappers need to be held accountable. I think the black church needs to pay reparations for all the money they've taken and have given us nothing. I think black actors owe reparations. I think the black fraternities and sororities owe reparations, you know, for all the success that they've enjoyed, but not really have done much, you know, substantially speaking for the black community. To be honest with you, we all owe ourselves reparations. And that's why I'm a bigger fan of internal reparations, Art, than I am external reparations. We can do far more for ourselves together than the white man could ever do for us from the outside.
London, what you doing?
I'm gonna move my paper with my mind.
What you mean you gonna move the paper with your mind?
I'm gonna just move it with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind? You be sounding crazy. There you go with that crazy stuff again.
I can't move the paper with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind, London?
But I can move it with my mind.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping. You not do what the hell? You not doing that. You are not doing. Oh, she is not doing. Oh, my baby. Oh, that's scary. Oh no. No. I know. No, I can't do this. I can't do this.
If this is true, we might be fucked. And it's going to start looking like 2020 all over again. So they're quietly tracking a new COVID variant in 25 different states. And barely anybody is talking about it. They're calling this shit cicada. And the reason that matters is because this thing was basically gone. And now it came back out of nowhere. Once again, they're saying that they detected this in 25 different states. And it's easier to spread. The crazy shit is they're saying that this variant has 70 plus mutations. And that's way more than what we've seen recently. And scientists are already saying that this could slip past your immune system much easier. But here's the part that nobody is saying out loud. They're not finding this mutated variant the normal way. They're finding it in wastewaters, airports, travelers. So you know what that means, right? That means that this variant is already moving. And before people know it, it's going to be right where you are. And we've seen this pattern before. Something shows up. They say don't panic. Then slowly messaging change. Then policies change. Now listen carefully because this is what people are reporting. It starts off light, like a scratchy throat, dry cough, nothing crazy. And then it turns into extreme fatigue, like your body just shuts down. Head pressure, like headaches, body aches that feel heavier than normal. Some people are even getting fevers and chills. And others are saying it lingers longer than expected. But we already know what happened when it was here last time, right? And by the time the public catches up, it's already everywhere. Pay attention.
Yeah, I feel about that first clip about all these black actors and rappers and these big black churches and do y'all think they owe some internal reparation to us, to black people, just in general, to say, as far as them putting out that type of music and that type of image and that type of stuff that really destroys the community, and nobody's come back to put back in or to uplift nobody or to really say like this could make a change in the community, do something that make a change. Do y'all really believe this? And I see that a lot of these, I mean, they might do their little charity give outs, but that's the beginning and end of it. That's it. They don't really do much to change a lot or to change the scenery, the killings, or they still put out the music and the shit that, you know, basically no good for us. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And the little girl that was like, I don't know. Do y'all believe that clip? I don't know. Because I mean, anything is possible. But she sat there and actually talked about she's gonna move this piece of paper, and she actually moved it. Do y'all think that was like a stage clip, or do y'all think that little girl really was able to use her mind and move that paper? Because that is incredible. Oh my gosh. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And the third clip, of course, once again, if anybody heard, I don't know, they say 25 states now, this cicada virus is out. The outbreak is really out there if it's 25 states, but did anyone of y'all like hear if anybody with it or heard of anybody being infected around y'all area where y'all at? Let me know how y'all feel about that, because this is like, this is COVID 2.0 they trying to say. I don't know, but just prepare, people. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Remember, everything in this video for entertainment and education purposes only, okay? That's it. Do your own research.
Flood that just took place in Mexico for the past couple of days is a lot more severe than the media is leading up. Matter of fact, the media is not even speaking up about this. I feel like this is another Hurricane Helene incident. Remember the incident that happened with Hurricane Helene in Asheville, North Carolina? This is literally another. Look at this, y'all. It's another incident. And once again, the media is silent. Do you guys know it's been 12,600 people that are unalived in this situation, and 32,000 people are missing? I bet you guys didn't know that. You guys didn't hear about that. Look at the destruction that this flood has caused all over Mexico. This is in, my goodness. And the crazy thing about it is there's a lot of destruction happening all over the planet, and the media is silent. The infrastructure of Mexico is completely ruined.
12,600 dead so far, 32,400 missing in Mexico. The storms, the hurricane, the flooding, a lot of display.
Iran has released part 2 of their video titled Vengeance for All, where they show all the victims of US imperialism that Iran is fighting for. As you can see, all of the victims of the US are shown here one by one. They press the button that detonates the missiles that Iran is sending. You have stolen black people, Nagasaki. You have Rachel Corrie, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Iraq, the Malcolm X way. Children of Gaza, of course, Epstein Island and their victims, the children of Minab in Iran, and one by one, they're all launching the missiles that Iran is launching right now in the war. Statue of Liberty crumbles. You have for the stolen black people, for the victims of the atomic bomb, Vietnam, of course. Then you see Rachel Corrie, who was, of course, unalived by the Israelis using a bulldozer. The families of Afghanistan. See a destroyed White House. The victims of Iran's Air Flight 655, which was shot down by the US. Children of Gaza, of course. You also see Malcolm X, who's an icon in Iran. Titanic, I guess. You also see for the children of Minab who were hit on the first day of the war, the children and the victims of Epstein Island, and one by one you see Hollywood crumble, the dollar crumble, the F-35s crumble, the Gerald Ford, you had the THAAD air defense system, and statues of Netanyahu and Trump being destroyed by the victims of US imperialism. And then the video ends with the title, One Vengeance for All.
Someone told me to do Doritos. Well, how many of you guys are eating this right now? See, this is why they always come out with these new flavors to entice you guys to buy this, y'all. Like, this is what you're getting yourselves into. Prepare yourselves. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bro, even deeper into this, y'all see this? Like, even the bugs have like metals in them, y'all. Those transparent, translucent bugs, they got metals in them, the dark things. You can't even see them on the chip unless it's magnified. Are you kidding me? That's invasive. That is extremely invasive. And for them to give us this, y'all, oh my goodness. Did y'all know as in 2012, the U.S.
All these devastating events going on in these places is crazy, man. Mexico, prayers out to everybody, man, for that flooding going on. These things are never really being broadcast too much, but as they say, it's a lot of lives being lost, so prayers out to them people and their family, man. But god damn, man, that shit look crazy. But everywhere these natural disasters is going on, I just be thinking, is it really natural or not? You know, that's the only thing that gets me. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. In the second clip, the Iran AI video basically showing, well, in the video they trying to say it's like a get back for everything the U.S. ever did. Whoever the U.S. ever went against, whoever they ever took out. And this is basically showing a get back video is what they trying to implement is going to happen. So they're going to be the ones to do whatever for everybody else that ever felt the wrath of the U.S. I don't know. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section, because that's crazy. I ain't trying to see none of that go down. I'm in the U.S., so hell no. And the third clip, putting the Doritos under the magnifying glass, like, that's crazy. I think we need to do that a lot more. Like, I wish we had a lot of those things around more. The magnifying, the scopes and stuff, because just to take a look at what we really eating and what's in our food, you could easily put a piece of that under there and get to looking and see like, oh shit, what's that right there? Like, but that's crazy. Like, do y'all believe that footage is a bunch of critters on the Doritos? Like, oh, like, and it's like, it's microscopic critters, so you can't see them yourself. You have to use the microscope. But how y'all feel about that, man? Do y'all feel like that's true? Let me know in the comment section, people.
So is this why the Great Wall of China was built? Check out this 1640 map. Look at these crazy drawings. These are all right next to, look at this, the Great Wall of China. This is a Tartar China map, an Asia map, and look at these crazy drawings. Comment, let me know what you think these are, what they look like. And look at that. Crazy looking. Just all the different ones. Here's a translation too. I didn't get a chance to translate it. I've done it before, but it just talks about mystical creatures, and they're led by this one crazy looking creature with a spoke and fork, whatever, diabolical, as they say. Interesting, right? Right next to the wall, which has always said to keep the Tartars out, but as we've always seen the wall, it just doesn't make sense. So comment, let me know what you think. We also got Gog and Magog in here, so just so you can see Mongol, just so you know Mongol is Magog. And then also here's Ung, which is also known as Gog. And then you can see some of the dates here. This is J290. And this talks about Paul and the Christians. And that's in 290, not 1290. Tell me all you want to tell me about the dates, but see that there? Here are what ones look like. See, 175, 170, 165. So thought that was really interesting. Here's the whole map so you can see it. And there, Tartaria. And interesting, it talks about the names here. Just very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So that one is what I've been talking with people that I know about. So that's just interesting. Comment if you know what I mean. Anyways, just wanted to share this map with you. Thought it was super cool, especially showing the different creatures and everything. There's another date right there for you. And just thought it was neat. Just a neat map during the times, and a lot of stuff on the Tartaria area and the people and these people and their realm and who runs it. Comment, let me know your thoughts. As always, stay curious. Thank you so much for watching and listening and being part of this and following. Until next time.
That's great. The first clip, Great Wall of China. Do y'all think that's why they really built that Great Wall of China? Being that it's so long and so high up, and do y'all think like all the pictures of those creatures they were showing, and mammal, animal, whatever they was, do y'all think that that was really there? So they had to build the Great Wall just to keep them out. They could have leverage, so they before they could get through to come inside, they could get a chance to do what they ever got to do to them, so they won't make it inside the Great Wall. Let me know in the comments section. It kind of makes sense. I don't know really, but for that reason, and seeing how the map looked, it kind of makes sense because there's a lot of creatures on the outside. If I'm living on it, we better build that wall and protect ourselves. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. And yes, the second clip, Easter falling on Friday the 13th for the first time in 666 years. I don't know how to feel about that, people. 666 years over here on Friday the 13th, and it's gonna be 666. What? Oh my goodness! For the first time in 600. No. I don't know what's up with that one. And the third clip, man, just showing the skies of Mexico once again. Besides the flooding, I guess nowadays skies is red, looking bloodshot red. I don't know what's going on, but if anybody you know out there, could y'all let me know in the comment section. And yeah, y'all reached the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And remember, everything is just for entertainment and educational purposes only, all right? Now, before we leave, y'all know I gotta leave y'all with a few words, right? Who can't hear must feel. And those that feels it, knows it. Once you know better, you do better. And the truth shall set you free. I'm out.